Hey everyone, it's Tom here, and today I want to talk about why automated trading might hold the key to becoming a successful trader for you. If you don't know what automated trading is, you're thinking, wow, Tom, this has lost me already. I'll be talking about that in a second, just give you a quick intro, but I want to cover the advantages and the disadvantages of automated trading. Just as a reference, so as part of WB Trading, we have an automated trading system. Most of our traders still trade manually in the kind of old-fashioned way, if you want, but quite a few of our traders are using our new automated system. So I want to give you a comparison where it's useful, where it might not be so useful, and then hopefully, you'll get an idea if a kind of automated approach is going to be right for you. So yeah, let's jump in. Just very quickly before we dive in, if you're still struggling with your trading, or you'd like to know more about how mechanical edges are traded, I've put together a free video course for you that'll map out and explain everything in detail, along with walking you through exactly how the mechanical rules actually work. If you'd like to watch that after this video, I'll pop a link in the description. You can click through and you can watch that straight away. So let's start by covering what automated trading means. How does it work? So in very simple terms, basically, we're going to be using a system or a program. Sometimes it'll be called a bot, to basically execute our trades and do our trading for us. So it's set up with code. We'll basically load it onto a trading platform, tell it what to do in terms of, this is exactly where to buy, this is what to look for, this is where to sell, this is your stop loss profit placements, all of this kind of thing. This is your risk management. Some automated systems are a little bit more complicated and detailed than others, but in general, the overall approach from automated trading is that we don't have to be physically there in front of the charts to manually place the trade. So immediately you might be thinking, well, that sounds great, Tom. I don't want to be sat in front of the chart for hours every day. If I can get a system to do the trading for me, surely what's the downside? And okay, yeah, when I speak to traders that are fairly new to trading, that's usually their initial reaction, but there are quite a few things to consider. So let's have a look at a couple of scenarios where automated trading will be helpful, and then a few of the downsides. So right now it is just before 9 a.m. and basically this is the end of my morning trading session. I've started trading just before 7, and when I say started trading, what I mean is I've logged onto my broker, I've logged onto my platform, I've started to identify the setups that I'm looking for, I've waited for those to appear, I've manually opened the position. With mechanical trading, we use a set and forget approach, so I don't need to basically hang around for the results, but my trades have closed. So essentially that's everything for my first session of the day. So it's took, as I said, just before 7 to just before 9, around 2 hours. I haven't had to be on the charts completely for that time, but for most of the time I've been there waiting for all my entries to appear. So if we look at that in terms of kind of, a comparison against automated trading, the setup would be basically, I just want to check that my bot is loaded up first thing, which it should be, no reason why it wouldn't be, and then it'll do everything that I've done in the last 2 hours automatically. So I would only really need to be on the charts to check it for a minute or two. So hopefully you can see already the time benefit of using an automated system. That's certainly one of the big advantages for most traders. And obviously if you're a trader that's unable to be on the charts at the time when you want to take the trades, maybe you're at work, you've got other commitments, then the bot is the difference often between being able to take a trade and missing out on trading opportunities. The second, I suppose, large advantage of having a bot, in my opinion anyway, is that it's more reliable than traders can be. What I mean by that is, I'm a fairly experienced trader here. I've been trading for years and years now, but there will be a couple of times throughout the year that I'll make a small mistake on a trade that I'm placing. I'm very familiar. I could almost trade these strategies in my sleep now, but there will be still times where maybe I'll get distracted by something, I'll work at my risk slightly wrong, or maybe just, mark on my stop loss level very slightly off where it needs to be. Often it doesn't make a difference, but if you're a newer trader, a little bit less experienced, maybe it's a bit more of a complex strategy, then the mistakes can creep in. And obviously having an automated system where we've told it exactly what to do, we've coded it correctly, there is no margin there for it to make a mistake. The only mistakes that will be made will be if the rules we've given it are incorrect, or they're not extensive enough to cover every scenario. So whereas a human might make an issue, might make a mistake on their trading, maybe it doesn't even happen that often, a bot won't do that unless we've made a mistake setting it up. So another advantage there of having an automated system is a bit more security in terms of the consistency of those trades. I think it's also worth pointing out, in kind of combination with that point there, obviously one of the biggest problems for traders is that emotional element, that fear and that greed that creeps in. And, even if you trade the rules correctly, there may be situations where you think, I'm going to double down on my risk here, or I'm going to get out of the trade early because I'm a bit worried about losing this trade. All those kind of things, all those emotions that hurt our trading performance, they don't hurt a bot because a bot doesn't react like that. It doesn't have that emotional aspect to it. So again, for something, particularly like for a funded account, which quite a few of our traders at WB Trading are using the Edge bot for, that we've developed, it takes away that emotion of having quite a large amount of capital on the table, or the pressure of going through a funded test. It removes all of that. And for quite a few traders, that really is the difference between being a profitable trader and just being stuck with inconsistency. At this point, you might be thinking, well, the bot sounds like it's going to solve all of my trading problems. Where do I sign up? And I get that reaction often, but I think it's important to understand the limitations and where a bot might not be suitable. I always say the first one, and this is more down to kind of human limitations as well, it's what can the bot actually cope with in terms of a trading scenario. So this comes down to really your ability as a trader to code a bot. So it's something I definitely can't do. I need to ask experienced people to help with our bot because I can't write code, certainly not to the level that we need to employ our trading strategies, which are quite simple as well, I would be honest. Mechanical trading perfectly aligns itself with automated trading because we have a fixed set of rules. If you trade a discretionary style that relies on a bit of experience, looking at similar patterns, etc., assessing what you're going to do based on price action, that's very, very difficult, almost exponentially trickier to code into a bot. I'm not saying it can't be done, and there will be, traders and engineers out there that will be able to do it, but it will be quite complex. And these bots often take a lot of testing and just reworking and fine tweaking to make sure they work. Ours took almost a year really to get correct before we felt it was in a good enough position, it was reliable enough to trade. And even then we'll still be looking to improve it. So factor that in terms of your trading style. Can it suit the way automated trading works? The other limitation is the platforms that we can use for automated trading. Because of the way the coding works, you're usually limited to, say, MT4 or MT5 based platforms. They're the platforms that traders will code on for bots because they have the flexibility. They allow you to use edge bots or automated trading, however you want to call it, to run your trades. Most like in-house brokers platforms, like the platforms you get on IG, on Oanda, on FXCM, etc. They have limitations where they won't let you upload, your own software basically to trade for you. You'll have to still trade it manually. So part of using a bot is finding a broker that works and allows you to use MT4 or MT5 to trade. Fortunately, most funded accounts, if you're going for a prop firm, they'll let you use MT4 or MT5, and some restrict automated trading. It's worth checking in their FAQs or speaking to them first, but most allow it. So that's not a limitation there, unfortunately. But if you're trading on your own, then find a broker if you want to use automated trading that lets you use MT4 or MT5, because it won't be available through every single broker. So those are just a couple of the biggest areas where I think there are benefits and limitations to using automated trading. Now, this is a discussion, it's a topic that traders can argue about for hours. So I don't want to go into a huge amount of detail in terms of all the areas where edge bots are great, all the areas where they're not so good. And everybody will have a different opinion about this, certainly. Some of you listening to this might be die-hard automated trading fans. You've spent years coding systems, they run reliably, it takes all the stress out of your trading, so to speak. And some of you might be like, okay, I just want to trade manually. I trust myself over a system. Why, if it's not broke, why fix it? So take these kind of points with a bit of a grain of salt, because these are my opinions as well. As I said, with our EdgeBot system, we use it on MT5. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about it, good time to book a call with one of our team. The links are in the description below. We will be probably covering automated trading a little bit more on future videos as well, if this is something that you guys would like to hear more about. But as always, any questions, drop those in the chat below. And yeah, look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.